Hello, folks, and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party, and a special post-commentary series on DmC Vergil's Downfall, where I play through on Vergil Must Die difficulty. This isn't just a blind playthrough. I play a few times, and then once I do a run that I think is good, I go ahead and record it, and I'm doing post-commentary because I can't play well at all while I am doing commentary. So, here's the first fight. I do like the knock up a volcano. For some reason, I would do a really bad job of timing that well all the time. So there, I knocked him up and poured it down, and I do the circle slash to keep him juggling. Sorry, I'm not really good at the name. I do a little air canceling there just for funsies. I don't really like air canceling a lot because I find it to be, frankly, kind of cheesy, and it trivializes everything. If you do a lot of jump canceling, you can. These fights would be very easy if you did that. So, anyway, I'm just going to try to commentate as I go here. I apologize for any frame rate issues. I'm still having problems with Bandicam. Again, I do the knockout. It's one of my favorites, and I port back down to try to hit him before he hits the ground, but I was a little late. So this guy, I get in a corner. Apparently, this is not baby because you don't get baby in a corner. There, I hit the wrong button, so I just poured it up before he fell. Now, a lot of times you'll see me jump and then teleport up before I do the stomp, where I come down. You do more damage with stomp if you're higher up in the air. So the higher up you go, the more damage you do with stomp. There, I saw the enemy's going to attack, so I just did the blazing sword or whatever it's called to get out of the way. It actually happened again there. So I like doing that just to get out. That I did get hit. I didn't see the mob behind the other mob. So now I'm going to kick his ass for punishment. That's how I roll. This guy's blocking, so I use the volcano to break him, and then do an air juggle. I don't want to knock him off the ring because that's too easy. There, I almost go too far out, but pull myself back in, which is one reason I like Vergil. He feels much more mobile in that sense, and you can do some pretty crazy shit with him, as I'll be doing later. So those guys, not too much of a problem. I did get hit at least at one time that I really shouldn't have. I should have been paying a bit more attention. Again, I apologize if you're seeing any frame drops. I don't know what's up with Bandicam, but yeah, I thought I had it fixed, but apparently not. So here I always, well, no, nothing even to say there. These enemies coming up, I really hate these. These were introduced in Vergil's Downfall. I always use my summon swords for this because it helps kill them very quickly. By themselves, they're not a problem. And really, I probably should wait to use summon swords until after this one's dead. Again, by themselves, they're pretty trivial, if not annoying. I just find them very hard to see, for starters, because a lot of times they're translucent, and they've got those crows around them all the time, so that makes them a real big deal. I saw that guy, the shield guy, was charging up, so I dodged out of the last second. There, I saw him attacking, but I thought if I come down with the stomp, I could knock him out of it, but I was wrong. I misjudged. He was too far away. If he was closer, it would work. So I'm trying to take this guy out with the wisp out of the way, out of the camera, so he can't attack, but that obviously doesn't last. I'm trying to commentate quickly here. I know the action is pretty quick. I really should use swords non-stop more often, just constantly summoning swords, which doesn't interrupt you, but it's just hard for me to concentrate to do both. I'm not a pro player by any stretch, but I do quite enjoy the game. There I'm trying to use the thrown scythe things just because I hardly ever use them. So here I'm kind of jump canceling and throwing. You can actually jump cancel, throw the scythe or whatever you want to call it, and jump cancel and keep doing it. Which again, if you do it too much, it just trivializes everything. So here I think that Wisp, the guy with the ravens, is still alive, so I'm trying to get the camera face the corner while I take these guys out. So in fact, you'll see me kind of looking around for him in a second. And then I realized that he's dead when this happened. So I'm like, okay, well, he apparently died off screen. I must have hit him with a summoned sword or when I dashed one of those times. So this is pretty much just a running part. I don't quite understand the point of this. There's just these two enemies. So I always like to just mess around a little bit. But I end up doing really bad on both these guys. They just block. Both of them are just assholes and decide to block. I could have just used one strong attack there, knocked them out of block, and then knocked him up. I just forgot. And this guy's gonna end up doing the same thing. It doesn't help that I keep screwing up my buttons. I don't know why I'm fat fingering this. So I keep trying to get him up. Finally I do, and I go ahead and do some jump cancels just for the showiness. And I think I messed it up near the end, so I was going to try to keep him juggled, but I did let him go. Not super interesting fight, but the jump canceling is fun, but again, I just find that I've seen people do these runs and they just abuse the shit out of jump canceling, and quite frankly, if you can jump cancel consistently, it trivializes it. So here I've made that jump numerous times, and I think I just slightly misjudged it. Normally what I'll do is jump, completely ignore the first hoop, if you will, and then grab the second one like that. But for whatever reason, the first time screwed up. I think I just misjudged the timing. I think I jumped through it. So here's one of the more fun areas of this stage to fight because of the birds, the harpies, because you can really push them far out. And with Vergil, it's not, you still have to be careful, but you can see I'm way off of the land there, and I fell off to the side there, but as long as you're careful, if they hit you with that explosion, that's insta-death, because you'll just fall straight down and you can't recover. So here I'm trying to get closer to land, because there's only one bird left, and it's harder to jump. So normally birds of any kind, flying enemies of any kind, die first. However, she's kind of far out, and I really don't want to risk it, so I'm fighting this guy, but keeping an eye on her. Again, if I really wanted to cheese it, I could just move the camera so that she's not seen. If she hits me with the charge, I just did a really crappy job of dodging there. So these guys can actually be kind of fun to fight once they're by themselves, or if you get them way off land, just because it just looks cool, and it looks like you're playing with fire because you're not even close to land. But if you know how many enemies are around and you know roughly where you are, with Vergil it's not a big deal. Do some more jump canceling, just for grins, because it is, you know, a little bit fun. I'm not great at it, but I've already seen how trivial it can make things. Do it a lot, especially the scythe throws. And again, I try to get as high as possible before I do a stomp there to do an AE, because I knew there was a bunch of enemies. There again, they all spawned near me, so I did the volcano knockup. Trying to keep this guy up, jump off his body, pour it up, and then again come down with a stomp, do as much damage as possible. Not too much to say there. Here in a second, yeah, see I'm doing the jump cancel throwing of the sides. I know the sides is not even close to the right name. Just the first thing I could think of. I'm not good at keeping up with the name. So you can see how abusable that is. And those do pretty damn good damage, and it's an area effect, I believe. So I was trying to get those guys together so I could do one combo and kill them both, but I failed to keep them bunched up. So here again, I'm going to kind of do a little show off, a little showboating. Get her out, but again, do not get hit by that explosion or you're dead. So getting way out here, even the camera's like, where the hell are you going? So I want to get back though, because even though it helps when it's two harpies, it's a little dangerous. You can usually teleport and pull them if you need to, but if there's guys on land, it's usually pretty safe to do. And you saw me do it again there while I was talking. But if you have guys on land, it's pretty easy because you can go way out, turn around, and shoot your summon swords and pull yourself back to land. However, sometimes what will happen is, especially if you're coming from below, you'll get hung on there. There I did a really bad timing on my dodge. I saw she was going to explode, and I jumped away, and I got a little antsy and jumped back to her. And there I wasn't using health. And you can even go check the video if you want. But I was just trying to hurry up, but I keep forgetting you can't skip that. And here I just do a horrible timing. Now, one thing I don't understand when I was rewatching this video that I'm actually going to pay attention to now. Oh, I must have. Oh, damn it! I did use a health star, I think, on accident. I was wondering, like, when I was rewatching this, I was like, well, how did I get to be full health? It doesn't. It's not going to matter, not to, you know, spoil it. But I was like, I was rewatching this, like, how the hell did I get back to full health here? And now I realized that when I was trying to cut through the cutscene that you can't cut through, I must have Vital Star. Sorry about that. I was trying not to Vital Star. These guys, I freaking hate these goddamn spiny bastards. So especially right here, I try to get them out of the ring as fast as possible. So what I do is do the triple slash in the air that pushes them back, and then do a summon sword to pull myself through them. And at that point, I was like, well, maybe I'll just kick his ass because I'm over air, and I'll just see if I can't kill him. But here he gets so far out, I'm like, screw it, jump back and summon myself back. These guys, I use AE attacks. They have some pretty cheesy little attacks that will hit you, and they annoy the piss out of me, so I'll usually either do the charging dash or the drop down. Here again, we've got these stupid crow guys, the wisps, who I really, really, really despise. They have a lot of hit points. Well, at least on Vergil Must Die. That one actually took up pretty quick. Summon Swords does a lot of damage. There I took a hit. Not quite sure why he hit me because I did the stomp, and I think that should have taken him out of it, but obviously I'm miscalculating. So again, focus is to kill the wisps first, but if I can get them off camera, I'll kill everybody else, but I think most of the wisps are dead now. This guy goes into berserk mode or whatever it's called, where you can't hit him. Now you notice I did a dodge down there to avoid the hit. I don't use that enough, just because it looks pretty awesome. Now these guys, the crows, I definitely don't F around and do like I do with the harpies going way out. I just overjudge a little bit. Now see here, you can get hung up. But knowing that, I try to get back on land as quickly as possible without screwing around. I took another hit from the wisp without paying attention. I want to take this guy out, so again, jump, knock him up, and a 3 hit will knock them out of bounds. And this guy I want to knock out of bounds before he goes into rage. And I almost get him, but he jumps back, and he doesn't quite jump far enough to jump off. I really, really hate this comp. I'm trying to do a bunch of damage to him. There I did a bad job. Granted, he was, in my defense, he was partially obfuscated by the raid marking, but I didn't see him do the roll, but I couldn't pay attention. So now, I was purposely trying to keep the camera right there in case the wisp was around, but usually the wisp is really good about getting on the camera, so I'm like, okay, where the hell is he at? He's obviously somewhere. And then oh, yeah, there he is. So I could have just jumped here and did this all day, but I thought, well, that's pretty boring, and I have no idea how many hit points he does. And these swords don't do shit again. So I do it and pull him up, and he takes like 1 hit. And I thought it was going to fall off there, but luckily I did not. So that was actually a pretty decent run for me. Again, I'm not, a pro DmC player, but still a pretty interesting run to watch nonetheless. I guess not too bad of a score. I don't really know how it can ranks. There's 66 other people. But anyway, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Again, I apologize for the frame rate issues. I'm going to see if I can't get that fixed for the next video. Leave comments below, and I will see you next time.